Eminence from X5 and Larry Word here, coming to you from Shoshone, California. It's, I guess phase 3 of the rollout. I'm not quite sure if it's in California or not, but some parts of California are opening up. Now, I'm not actually in one of the parks. I'm at Shoshone. It's a town close to Death Valley, just south of Death Valley. And we're gonna go poke around and see what we can see. I haven't really done these kind of video. I've done a video of Shoshone before, but not in this kind of way. This is more of an what's on the outer limits of the city or town. Come check this out. It's an old mining town. It's worth poking around. Check this out. I've been here a couple times with Sarah from Wonder Hussy Adventures. I've been here with the Duo Finds. Both these channels I love a lot, and check this out. It's one of the dugout dwellings for the miners who were once out here. Isn't that crazy? I'm walking to the top of one of these dugouts, the roof basically. And I'm going to see if I can see across the valley a little bit into Shoshone. Yeah, so our adventure today will take us to the base of that mountain over there. It has DV on the side of it. I'm guessing DV for Death Valley, even though we're in Shoshone. Yeah, I can see the walkway. There's a walkway kind of just above this white area. Where's my finger at? Just above that white area over there. There's a little path, and I'm trying to find my way over there. I don't see a clear way over there from here, but we'll poke around. Look at all these people showing up. So check what we just ran across. This wasn't like this the other day. I did come out here and see if I can get into one of these, and they were all locked up. This one is opened up, so I'm gonna go take a look at this. Come check this out. There's quite a few people out here, so let's check it out. My goodness, that's a fireplace right there, guys. And up on top there would be sticking out the top is one of those chimneys. Oh, cutouts for like a bookshelf or something. Excuse me, that was a rock I just kicked there. Yeah, we're inside one of the dugouts of the Shoshone dwellings, and here's looking up at the, probably can't see anything, but that's upstairs. And oh look, there's even a wood floor in here. That's really cool. You know, this is pretty darn cozy for what it is. Oh my God. This is rocking. Look, you can totally get in from down there too. Isn't that cool? Whoa, piece of wood on the ground. Hey, thanks for coming along. This is inside one of the Dublin Gulch cave, I guess, dwellings or cutouts, dugouts for the miners. You can totally see where they're using picks. Carve all this out. Yeah, interesting way of living, but in this desert heat, I don't see a problem with it. You're out of the heat. It's natural cooling effect from the rock here. Not being in the sun is awesome. Very interesting in here. I can see this being either a living room or maybe a bedroom? I don't know. It's a little bit smaller than the room we were just in. Big piece of metal there. And again, there's the fireplace, which again has a pretty large aperture at the top to capture the smoke as it rolls out of there. And that's basically the flute, is I guess flume or whatever you call it. That's it right there. The abyss. That's where the smoke would go up. Okay, so that's a mini explorer. We weren't not expecting this to be open, but it is. So yeah, awesome. I'm going to head on out though. You get the gist of what's going on in here. Wow, that was cool. It's nice to see how it feels to walk through it, you know. Just peering into it is one thing. So yeah, you saw us go into this door. We walked through to a connecting area here. And those two holes you saw in this other room, ventilation holes, I guess that's where they would be, right there on the bottom there and on the top. Bingo and bingo. Pretty outstanding. This is really cool stuff. Like I said earlier, I was not able to get into any of these because they're all locked up, and I felt really bummed out that I could not see into there. But this was opened up, so you guys are lucky to be able to actually walk through it like I did. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Very unexpected, but very, very happy. Now, I have been in another one of these, and it's over here on this side. Now what's going on here is, I believe this door is connected, or that room there is connected with this room, which is connected to a room down here. It's a multi-level situation. But that was even more interesting because it really felt like you were in something like right out of Star Wars. Anyway, yeah, Luke's hideout kind of thing. But yeah, this has been an interesting morning so far in Shoshone. We're going to press on and go see what's over near the Shoshone Museum right now, which is right about yonder. Let's go check it out. What do you got going on here? I see you up there. What are you making all that racket for? Huh? What you got going on? He's a little camera shy, I think. Charlie's Brown Company, Shoshone, California. Isn't that correctly? Okay, so this is the Shoshone Village. Cool little photo opportunity, I guess. This little ore cart. There's a lot of this stuff sitting around Shoshone if you just walk around and check out what's going on. It's pretty cool. I love Shoshone. This is just on the other side. This is part of the restaurant. This is just on the other side of the Crowbar Cafe. This is part of that, actually. This is the bar section wall. Little restroom is right back here, of course. But we're out here to try and find out if we can find anything that will lead us on a little path. And I think I just saw it right there. You see that? Right there, dead ahead. We're going to go check what that path is all about in this little hike today in Shoshone, California. And right there is the trail, I believe, that we're on. So we're going to go check it out. It's a trail out here in Shoshone. I'm right in the back of the Shoshone Crowbar. That's it, right on this side here. And we're taking this little trail here. And that takes us into the brush, which is right over there. So let's go take a quick walk and see what we got in front of us. I'm hoping we can find some kind of artifacts out there. I don't think very many people make it out here, so let's see what we can see. What do we have here? We got some artifacts here. Flies seem to know when I have both hands occupied using the camera because they land on my ear and my face. Just let you guys know, what I go through out here. On the hillside out in Shoshone. Shoshone's right here to our west. And we're going to continue on here. I'll turn the camera back on when we get further up, or until we see something, but there's a little blue post. More little artifacts down here. Oh, bottles. Piece of glass. A nail. And just as I turned the camera off and turned the corner here, I ran into this guy. It looks like a heating coil. So you'd have a fire in the center, and the radiating heat would transfer to those tubes. Those tubes would have something running through it, like water, for instance, and out comes hot water. Kind of cool. There might have been something here, like maybe someone's homestead. Hard to tell. It's pretty beat up out here. We're gonna press on and see what we can see. Kind of cool hike. Wasn't expecting to see anything out here. Anyway, here we go. I'll turn it back on in a minute, I'm sure. Yeah, pretty badass. This little hike is turning into something else. But one thing I wanted to show you, I ran across this little bench, and not too far in at all. And I also found this little makeshift type instructions or directions on where you're at. Map. What am I saying? It's a map. I'm losing my mind here. You are here. There's the crowbar. So we're about halfway through. It's not a bad hike at all, and it looks. We're on that little X spot there in that blue trail, but there's supposed to be a connecting trail in the top, like the aqua blue color, that leads to the red over to where it says RV park. Anyway, that's kind of where we're heading, and please come along with us and see what's going on. I downloaded some maps to my Google Maps app, and one of them's this. And good thing I did, because you can't really see very far ahead or behind you once you get into this heavy brush. But it's cool that they cut a path through this, because I've always wondered what's out this direction. So pretty badass. And they've got also these little clipboards with what you can see out here as far as birds go, like this one here. I'm not even going to try and butcher that one as far as the name of it, the bird species. Yeah, I don't want to embarrass myself too much if I'm not already. Here's some more of these black trees I run across. Now when it rains, these trees, this bark really gets dark black. You can kind of see those trees in my video for the mud house, I believe is what it's called. Got another painted map. I like that it's painted, to be honest with you. Some time and energy into that. That's kind of cool. Oh, we took a wrong turn though. Hold on a second. Okay, so what confused me here was where this X is placed on the map itself. I think we're at this section where the Y is. And I mean that by there's a path going that direction, as well as to my right here. And I think I'm going to take this path. So let's venture forward. Check it out. I guess what I should do is do a side-by-side comparison of doing this hike with a gimbal and without. Because I am trying very hard to keep this steady, but as you can see, it's not that easy. I'm only using a monopod, but hey, it's been a little hike. You guys hearing that? Let me turn the mic around. You guys hearing that? There's water down there. A lot of it. Oh yeah, I can totally see it right there. See it canyon and the water down there. Trippy. There's reeds back over here. It really shows a lot of water flow. Wow, look at that little oasis back up in here. Birds are loving it back there. So this is just to the left, or I guess to the northwest of the trail. Kind of nice little shaded oasis area. Oh, here's the crossover to the other. Here's that crossover I was worried about in the map. And we just had a bomber just go by. Those suckers hurt, man. I'm afraid of the bombers. They hurt that bad. It's seriously like a bee stings you. We're gonna go across and head on this way, and I think this goes all the way on the back side of this. So what we've done, hopefully, is crossed over. Yes, we've made the successful crossover to the upper portion of the map here, as you guys hopefully can see. We're at where the X is, or the star now. We're going to make our way down and across back over to Highway 127. Let's proceed on. It's taken no time to get to this point. Maybe 10-15 minutes. Probably less than that if I hadn't stopped to do all my video shooting. So yeah, let's go check this stuff out, guys. Wow, it's gorgeous. Put on some galoshes, come out here after a rainfall. Yeah, this top section is where we're at. Okay, we're going to continue on. I'll turn the camera on here when we get further down. If you're worried about this hike, don't be worried about it. These poles are everywhere, and they designate from one section to the other where you need to be. So yeah, pretty cool. Don't be worried about this hike. It's really easy. Don't need hiking shoes at all. Just be very cautious of any kind of snake type objects in front of you. We'll turn the camera on in a minute. Whoa, look at this view. Just one after another. I'm referring to that view out there on the horizon. Wow, look at that. So yeah, there's another marker right in front of us there. We're going to go on over there. Turn on when we get over there. So yeah, as promised, we were just right over there where that blue stake is, and we just made it over to this one, and we're heading out over to this one. Well, it goes across what looks like a dry lake or riverbed, and onward to this next blue little marker. Fun little hike. You get to see some wild things. Really makes you feel kind of like a explorer out here, because this is what they were seeing when they were exploring these parts of the New World. Okay, so we were just crossing that little dry riverbed, walking through here to this pole here, and you can see two more poles out into the distance there, and that's kind of the direction we're following right now. And we're paralleling Highway 127 at this point, which is off to the left of the screen. Awesome, awesome hike. It's not really listed anywhere that I know of, but this is an awesome little hike. And it really does not look like anyone's been out here in the last couple of months. So if you want a really kind of secluded, cool little hike, this is it. I mean, look at these views. Look at this. All this stuff in the background here. It's very picturesque out here. Great place to do a photo shoot. Okay, so I'm seeing something up here on this little ledge overhanging. It looks like barbed wire. Whoop, excuse me. Fairly modern, it looks like. Who knows? But there's another pole off into the distance there, and that's where we're going. Wow, this is just amazing out here. This is Shoshone, California, a marked trail behind the museum. It's gorgeous out here, folks. Okay, so we were just pretty much hugging this this whole little hillside here. Came all the way around and back through. You can see that our last pole there. And we're going to proceed on to pass this pole here and work our way down. But it looks like we're making a turn right about that second pole down there. Loose trail for some parts, but not really. Just more common sense, I think, to get through this one. But we're going to pop out here on the other side of this trail at the end, and we should be over at the other side of Shoshone, and we're going to see where we pop out and make a plan from there. So we'll turn the camera back on when we get through this muck, which is beautiful muck, by the way. Would you look at this? Isn't that nuts? Looks like we're finishing up the hike, folks. It's very hot and I'm getting a little overheated out here, so I'm going to make this into a two-part video, I think. So this first part is the hike. We're going to go on another hike, but it's more along the hillside here, this black hillside. It's more along this this side here. Excuse me, this side here. We're going to go along that base of that hill around the side, and that's going to be in the second portion of this Shoshone hike. There's a interesting little spot back there I discovered. So let's go check that out on the next video. But let's finish this up and see where it pops out. And it's been a great little hike. If you got about 45 minutes to spend out here, that's about this hike, 30-40 minutes. I've been stopping quite a bit, so yeah, it's great. I think this is a good Death Valley secret. Ooh, excuse me, because I've never heard of this hike. Kind of ran across it on Google Maps this afternoon. Decided to come on out here. But the trail is clearly marked. These stakes here and there. And they're color-coded. I'm on the red trail, which has red stakes, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they did that. There are 3 little loops that you can do. One's the light blue, and one's the turquoise, and then it turns red, as denoted by the stakes we're on. The red stake here. And directly ahead of us is Shoshone. We're on the northern portion of Shoshone now. So we got a little, small walk back to the village itself. And we're gonna have a soda, I think, and sit down and talk about the hike we just went on, okay? So I'm gonna turn the camera back on when we get to more of the road or into town. Okay, so we're ending the hike, as I was saying in the previous scene, and we're walking to exit this. And if you notice, what's happening here is this little embankment is approaching us, and as we move forward, and that is the TNT Railroad. So let's go check that out and see if we can find any spikes or something just laying around on the side here. But pretty much this spot's probably been picked pretty well, but it's still kind of historic. Little embankment here. It's not a levee, it's actually part of the TNT Railroad. Not every day do I get to walk on the railroad itself, but the trestle, but here it is. It's the end of the trail, and right across the street is the end of the Shoshone. This is the northern tip of it, where you can go tent camping and whatnot, but this is the trestle. It leads right into Shoshone itself.